What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another garage episode, and today we are continuing the mods upgrades to Zoe's Yamaha MT07 2021 model. And today we are going to get rid of these ugly mirrors. We're going to whack on some nice sleek bar end mirrors. First things first, I'm going to take out the old bar end mirrors, a size 8 Allen key. Now you can choose to spend a lot of money modding your bike. Me personally, if I can get it cheaper to do the same thing, then it's a winner. That brings us nicely on. Today's sponsor of the video is Aliexpress. So again, thank you very much for collaborating with me on today's video. These bar end mirrors that we're going to fit today, £15. That's it. I've no doubt there's other bar end mirrors from other companies that cost a hell of a lot more than that. I'm all for trying to do things on the cheap. So far it's been nice and simple. One thing to note is the bar end mirrors that it comes with has sleeves over the end, so it's kind of more of like a universal fit. You need to take off the top sleeve, because otherwise it won't fit. But once you've taken that top one out, she works. She works fine. One thing to make sure is when you're doing the throttle side is that you don't pinch it down too tight, so that it pinches the throttle itself. There we go, still good. So that's the bar ends fitted. Now we're going to take off the old mirrors before we then go and install the new mirrors. I always like to keep the OEM stuff just in case, for whatever reason, we need to take these off. We can always go back to stock. Now when you take off the mirrors, there is going to be the open slot, this bit just here. So what we've done is we've gone and purchased these little caps as well. So hopefully it's just as simple as screw it in. One thing to note on the right hand side is you've got to screw it anti-clockwise, because that's just the way the threads are. Now unfortunately I've got a ram mount that was underneath the mirror arm. This cap isn't going to allow it enough space, so I could just put a black bolt, but so he doesn't really use the ram mount too often, so we're not going to bother putting it on. We're just going to go for these caps. And then the right side mirror screws in normally. Now for me, the symbols don't line up either forward or backwards, as I want them 12 to 6 position. It just frustrates me. But this is Zoe's bike, so I'm just going to put them in, and if she wants to try and get them bang 12 to 6, she can faff and put it on and off multiple times. But I'm not going to do that. That's for her to faff around. But yeah, so bar ends in, old mirrors off, caps in, throttle's still nice and loose. Now it's just a case of assembling the mirrors and installing them. The good thing with these type of mirrors is once they're on, you can either choose to have them topside mounted, so like that, facing in. You can have it facing out if you want, or you could undersling, or have them underslung and then down like that. I've personally tried underslung before, and I just found my arms getting in the way, so I'm going to fit them mounted upright, and then again, so we can test and adjust. I reckon I need to fit these before putting the bar ends in. I was hoping I could spread the arms wide enough, but I don't think I can. Right, so it's just pushing too much against the throttle body. The throttle's not moving, or it's getting stuck, so it's like cruise control. I read somewhere try to put a washer, but then that didn't allow the bit to go in far enough to screw in. So I don't know whether it is just this rubber bit on the grip pushing it. So we're going to cut the grip. And hope to dear God that that fixes it. No, it didn't. Don't tell Zoe, I've just cut it. Right, between you and me, let's not tell Zoe. I think I was a bit premature in jumping the gun to cutting. because cutting it made no difference. I've tried washers, that also made no difference. Looked on a few forums and they said, because obviously this is like the expanding bit, instead of pushing the bolt and the expanding bit as far in as you can into the end, bring it back a few mil and then tighten it up. That's what I've done. Throttle now works, doesn't stick. I've tried it, I've turned the bike on and it doesn't matter, from 0 to 100%, throttle doesn't stick. But yeah, I did cut it and I don't think I needed to. Oh well. She should have been here to do it herself, shouldn't she? Okay, repeat for the other side. This one doesn't matter because the throttle doesn't move. Comes with a few different spaces to go onto the bar and mount the mirrors, but we don't need them. Remember, put the mirror part or the mirror arm on first. We live and we learn. I do the mistakes, so you don't have to. Remember, we're not going to tell her.
What did you do?
Nothing!
Cut off!
I did cut it.
You cut it.
Turns out, didn't need to.
Why did you find?
Solution number 3. This one doesn't matter because it's not a throttle. Yes, that's right. Yes, fully licensed, I know. Scary. Not going to do these up too tight because obviously we will need to test and adjust once Zoe's back. But we live exciting lives and she's got a town meeting to attend. I tell you what, just adding a few little bits to your bike can make a massive difference. I always really prefer the kind of sleek, minimalist look, especially on a naked bike. Looking good. The next mod we're going to be doing is we're going to do in a rear passenger peg delete. This one's coming off, this one's coming off. This side there is the rear brake reservoir caliper. So we've got a bracket for that side, and then the left hand side is just going to be putting these little covers on. Okay, so these are a 6. So we've never taken these off, but not going to lie, it looks pretty mashed up already. I don't know why. Take off the old plates and then just screw these in. And then the caps, just 3M tape on top of these bolts. And they're as uber tiny, smaller than a 2 Allen key, which I don't have. I've had this little Stanley Fat Max Allen key multi-tool forever, and it just sits in the GSA. And that has got a 1.5. I've got next to no nails, and they've already put in their 3M tape into the hole. I wish they left them out so you could put them on to the bolt and then put them inside here. Ugh. So not only is there, let's say, the 3M tape holding them in place, but then you have got the 1.5 Allen screw underneath just to snug against the bolt. Well, they don't work. Leave that on a little bit longer before trying to do those bolts again, because it just come off. Same again on the other side, and then I've taken out the rear brake reservoir already. Honestly, it's too much to ask for a bigger garage. Honestly, I wish, going by the other side, seeing that the 3M tape didn't stick already, I wish these blanking plates were like that, but the MT07 in the middle and just the bolts from the outside rather than 3M tape. A little bit of vibrations, this might end up coming off. Whereas if I've just bolted the blanking plate on, I know it ain't coming off. Like that. That could be the blanking plate, which I personally would prefer. I've done them up. I'm not going to pull it. Because honestly, I don't trust them. They're that small. Just waiting for them to break. And if you wondered, it's like 20, 25 degrees. And in this garage, it's bloody hot. Well guys, that's finally it. We've managed to do the bar ends, the bar end mirrors, and the rear passenger peg delete. Again, bit faffy with the throttle body. Remember, just come out a little bit, and that should hopefully fix it. And I do wish these were just straight, the covers with the bolts that go through the covers, so none of this 1.5 mil hex. So none of this 1.5 Allen key head, which I don't know if it's going to hold. But yeah, I kind of wish that was like that. Well, let us know, is there anything else we should be doing to the MT07? Because I think so far, with just a few tweaks, this thing looks completely different. And it just looks really, really nice now. Well guys, if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, more importantly, subscribe to the channel. If I can get a discount for any of the parts, I'll put it in the description box below. And if not, there will be the links to everything you've seen in this kind of like mini mod series for the MT07. But thanks for Aliexpress for sponsoring it. I think it looks good. Now it's time to get Zoe's opinion on it. Well, that's not what I'll say, but until the next one, ride safe.